Well, a key message for me, particularly around partnerships, there's this idea that a good partner, particularly in the context of Aotearoa New Zealand and the NGOs here and their engagement in the Pacific, a good partner is one that asks the question of how can we follow and how can we enable, rather than that age-old question of how can we help you. So I think it's important that we take that mindset. I think partnerships is a mindset rather than just a vehicle or a platform, because so often there's a focus on the scale of that partnership, the scale of resources, the scale of outcomes, and very little on the meaningful part of the partnership, which speaks about trust, reciprocity, local leadership. So those are quite human qualities. So it is a mindset. I mean, it's a mindset that we take into how we form and frame good and effective partnerships.
So in my session, I concentrated on what a good comprehensive fundraising program looks like beyond being too reliant on government grants. So the whole gamut of fundraising, from direct mail through special events and sponsorship, pitfalls, what to look out for, what are the most successful channels, are you institutionally ready, is your board on board, and the fact that every staff member in your organisation is at their heart a fundraiser.
Talked about localization and partnership today. I think it was really inspiring how many people were so interested and wanted to know more and discuss more. And for me, I think the big takeaway was, one, don't bring a cake already made to people. We need to spend the time to talk to them. We need to invest. I think a big one was also not just who's in the room, but seeing who's not in the room, and really having a spirit of inquiry to talk to people at all different levels and all walks of life. So in our countries, in the places we work, we're making sure we're hearing from everyone, that their views are incorporated, and that we're enabling them to do their best and really make a big contribution to development.
My main message to the conference was to ditch your press release and basically try to develop relationships, one-on-one partnership with the media outlet, work with them to get your messages and stories across, but make sure that the content that you provide the media outlet is something that's bespoke, exclusive, and provides meaningful, authentic content that they can use to not only help them deliver their news output, but also you deliver your outcome as an NGO.
Kia ora tātou. I talked today on a panel about how do we get people to care. With multiple overlapping crises, there can be disaster fatigue, people can start to switch off. We've found that when people feel that they can be part of the solution, where there's shared responsibility, we get far more engagement and people feeling like they can actually make a difference. So when we're talking about communications, we think it's really important to integrate advocacy into these, because then people can be working together for the solutions that we're trying to find in this world.
Kia ora, I'm here at conference, and really what I've been talking about is how we go from getting people to give money and then talking about the impact, but actually talking about the how and everything in between. So how we were working with our local partners, how are we doing the work that we're doing. I think that's a really crucial part for charities to really talk about this transparency. And sometimes it's behind the scenes, point of view, day in the life of content on social media, maybe a little bit like this.
Today is a wonderful conference, and my key message and takeaway is how we can champion many voices in our unity and in solidarity with people we support, by making sure that we stand for humanity through equity, equality, and also justice, because that's what is important. But also the big ingredient in this is compassion and hope, because people who are there looking to get our support, and the people that we partner with look at us with compassionate heart, and we just need to extend that.
Our session was about working with communities and how to operate in a way that really is proper partnership. And I think that probably what we arrived is that having your heart in the right place and wanting to help is good, but it's not quite the right foundation. We need to be serving, we need to be arriving, providing scaffolding, respecting what's already valuable there, and just trying to lift up or trying to contribute to what's already awesome in the communities that we're working with.
Here at the CID conference, we just had an amazing workshop talking about ethical storytelling. It was so fantastic to hear from all of the participants in the workshop talking about what ethical storytelling means to them. As a sector, we've changed a lot over the years and we've improved, but we're a long way off collaborative, truly collaborative storytelling. So we talked about voices, we talked about agency, we talked about authenticity, dignity, and ensuring respect for the people and communities that we work with. It was a great time and I had a fantastic, I've learnt so much and it's such an honour to tell these people's stories. And so what we really need to do is listen and honour the stories of the people that we are working with.